This is the Washington Times front page for Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Workers at an Amazon warehouse on New York's Staten Island have voted to reject unionization. Ramsey Touchberry reports of the 998 ballots cast, 618, roughly 62%, were against joining the Amazon labor union, according to the National Labor Relations Board, which counted the ballots. Some union advocates blame the defeat on Amazon's aggressive anti-union tactics, such as holding mandatory staff meetings to persuade workers against unionizing. The few ballots that were challenged by either the company or the union were not enough to sway the outcome. Both parties have until Monday to file objections to the election. A major civilian evacuation from the besieged Ukrainian port city of Mariupol is progressing, although Russia claims to have pounded more than 36 locales in eastern Ukraine with missiles. Guy Taylor reports as many as 100,000 civilians overall may still be in Mariupol, which had a pre-war population of more than 400,000. Russian forces have pounded much of the city to rubble, trapping civilians with little food, water, or medicine. The Pentagon said the Russian offensive in southern and eastern Ukraine has made anemic progress, and the Kremlin is dealing with self-inflicted wounds. That includes mounting speculation and unconfirmed reports that Russian President Vladimir Putin may be suffering from Parkinson's disease and cancer. The speculation has grown since a video last week showed Putin tightly gripping a table and slouching with what appeared to be a bloated face. A reminder that you can find all these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. Also a reminder to find our entire roster of podcasts at WashingtonTimes.com/podcasts. An intelligence community report found the threat of a cyber attack from Russia fueled more than half of the FBI's 3.39 million warrantless searches of Americans' data last year. Ryan Lovelace reports the searches were up sharply from approximately 1.32 million reported in 2020, according to a report published by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. Almost all of the increase can be traced to one Russian cyber threat to critical U.S. infrastructure in 2021. The FBI's response to that threat accounted for approximately 1.9 million searches. The searches are legal under the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Section 702 of FISA allows investigators to use names, phone numbers, and email addresses to filter through information that the U.S. government already collects. And finally, Seth MacLachlan is on the road again in Georgia, this time looking at the campaign of controversial Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. The Republican is looking for a second term in Congress and says things will improve if Republicans slip control of the House in the midterm elections. Greene won her seat in 2020, but was stripped of her committee assignments less than a month after the January 6, 2021 riot on the U.S. Capitol due to her past incendiary comments. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us on any major podcast platform. Just search Washington Times in your favorite podcast app. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.